Hey YouTube, it's Mitch at iPhoneCaptain.com. Today we're going to be doing the top 20 hidden features for iOS 8. The first one I'm going to share with you is the emergency card. I don't know if you are aware of it or not, but if you go to your home screen on the iOS 8 and when you try to unlock down here in the bottom, you get this emergency. If you tap that, if you have entered the information correctly in the Health app, when you tap medical ID, then it's actually going to display all of your health conditions, phone numbers, things of that nature. I'm not going to show mine because it's got sensitive stuff on it. I just have to blur it out anyway. But you just simply go into the Health app, which is right here, and you just enter in what you need to there, and it will make it available on the lock screen. Also inside the Health app, you can count your daily steps and the distances you walk or run daily in here just by carrying your phone in your pocket. That's all you have to do. You don't necessarily have to have the Nike Fuel Band now. And if you see here, we're going here to my steps, and right here today you can see, or this week, I've actually averaged 613 steps today, and I have a 452 daily average, so that's pretty good. You know that now it's not going to count your steps if your phone is laying on the tabletop, so keep that in mind. The next hidden feature is an awesome one. If you go into your settings, you can actually invert the colors on your phone by going to General and to Accessibility, and right here, if we flip the invert on, now if you were using your phone at night, wouldn't that be a lot better to look at than that big white glaring screen at you? So check this out tonight when you're laying in bed. If you rather have it black and white, you can turn the grayscale on, and that makes your home screen black and white. So that's going to be totally left up to you, however you prefer it. Next up, you can now hide photos in the Photo app. Now, inside the Photos app, there's been a lot of things that's been redone and so on and so forth. But if you go into the albums here, we have a recently added and a recently deleted that we're going to be talking about now. If we go to recently added, and if we hold down on that, you see we get an unhide there. Okay, we don't want that. If we hold our finger on the photo, you see we get the two little pop-ups, copy and hide. Okay, if you wanted to hide that photo, then you could tap hide photo, and then it wouldn't no longer be visible whenever someone was coming in here trying to flip through your photos. If they were looking through any of your pictures or anything like that, it wouldn't necessarily be in that particular album, but it would still be there, but it wouldn't be in the album where you would think it would be. Also, you can now use rich text and copy photos directly into your Notes app. So if you come in here to your Notes app, and if we were to select the word "the," and if we wanted to make that rich text, we could choose bold or underline, and you see now "the" is actually bolded and underlined. If we wanted to bring a photo in, we could come back in here, hold our finger on here and hit copy, and come back into our Notes app, hold our finger down and simply hit paste, and it pastes it in there that quick. Now you may actually use your Notes app, right? Also, you can customize your share sheets, guys. So if you come into the Safari app and pull up the share sheet and flip over to more, you can actually drag and drop these in any order that you wanted them, and then when you come back out, you see now my 1Password is first. Same thing for this row here. You can rearrange those, turn things on or off that you don't want there. Some of them have toggles, some of them don't, so that's going to be left up to you. Also, you can name your group messages. So if that's going to be something that you like doing, you know, I know my daughter earlier was really excited about that feature. If we hit Details and swipe down, we got a group name up here, and say if we wanted to name this, just call it the word Sunday. Alright, hit done. Now that actually lists that conversation as Sunday. So now it's titled Sunday up here at the top whenever you are sending and receiving messages. Also, you can send your current location and share your current location pretty much the same way. Go into messages and go to details, and right here you got send and share your location. If you were going to meet someone and you were on your way and you wanted them to know where you were at, you know, maybe you could send them your location. That way you won't have to text them or whatever. Blah, I'm at such and such, such and such. That could just pull it up, look at it on the map, see where you're at, and plot how far you were away. Alright, next up, you can actually mute notifications for specific conversations. In that same section there, if you didn't want to get any notifications from this conversation, all you have to do is turn Do Not Disturb on right here, and now you would not receive any notifications for that particular message or group message. And it doesn't have to be a group message either. You can also block callers from recent or contacts. So if you go in here to the phone app, and if you pull up any name in here, let's just say 598 down here at the bottom. Alright, that's not necessarily a name. If you wanted to block that caller, you simply tap block caller, and now it would block that contact, and now you would receive no more calls or messages or any kind of notifications from that person. That's a pretty awesome deal. And you can also block that from going to the contacts list too, if you'd rather go and get to that same section through the contact. Next up, you've got a weather app now here that gives you much more information than just the 5-day forecast. If you swipe up, you actually have 9 days here now, guys. Look at all the weather information here. That's your weather app. Now, Siri can identify songs, and we can just simply turn on a song here, and we'll go in here to the music and pull something up and let her do her magic. And I'm going to turn that on just like so. And why it didn't start playing, I couldn't tell you. Oh well, there's always a glitch. Okay, there it is. Now you have to ask Siri what the name is. Hey Siri, what's the name of that song? And she may not be able to. There you go. And if you want to open your music app, you can just simply tap that right here, and it will open your music app up. It's that simple. You can also buy that directly from inside there as well too. Also, guys, you can see how I just opened Hey Siri. I just saying those words. When it's actually plugged into a power source, and you simply say, Hey Siri, what's the weather outside?
The weather looks good today.
And you can see right there, I didn't touch anything. It's an awesome way to work hands-free at your desk or driving down the road. You can make phone calls. And another awesome thing you can do with Siri also, guys, is you can search and have it download apps for you. Hey Siri, download Facebook. And she will open the App Store up and try to download Facebook, which I already have installed, of course. But you can see that it did try to do what I asked it to do. Awesome way to get your apps, guys, without having to type everything in word for word. Alright, guys, you can set how long messages are kept simply by going into the settings, go to messages down here, and in from here you're going to actually choose keep forever, a year, or 30 days. So that will tell you how long to keep your messages, and then it will automatically move them into the deleted file. And you can also set how long you want it to keep your audio messages. If you send a lot of audio messages, those can get to be quite massive in size, so you probably wouldn't want to keep those forever, but you know that's going to be something left up for you. Also, guys, you can fine-tune the camera controls here. You can't fine-tune them. They were fine-tuned in the update. And what I mean by that is if you open up your camera app here and go into here, and we simply tap edit at the bottom. So we're going to duplicate and edit. and you see all the different controls you have here, and you can do things automatically if you want to touch the little magic wand up there, and you actually have some things if you want to add some more here. That's open it in Lightly. That's actually an app I have installed. So if at the bottom, if you wanted to crop, you got all the different crops, and you can move it around, and you can, you know, turn it sideways or whatever. And you got filters you can add, and you can actually adjust the color and the exposure and the light all one at a time, which makes it an awesome editing tool. Guys, there's 20 awesome hidden features. Grab them. I know you'll love them. Hit that thumbs up button. Share this video with all your Facebook friends and Twitter, and keep coming back.